Hello, this is Diane Steinbach again, and here are some steps in drawing lips. Basic sort of front-facing lips. I have a little step-by-step here, which I used to get these lips outlined. This straight line and finding the center. Okay, well, I'm going to go over each one of these steps out loud and in the camera. I'm going to be using my Dixon Ticonderoga. Quite possibly I'll use the ebony pencil, a blender, and of course, lots of erasing. So let's get started. One thing you're going to do, start with a horizontal center line, more or less horizontal. Now you can make it more curved, up like a smile or down like a frown, and that's going to change a lot of the characteristics of your lips. Now, I'm just going to do kind of a simple straight line to get started. I'll make sure that it shows in the camera. I will be drawing darker than I would like to normally, so that it shows on the camera lens and the screen, of course. Now, once I have this is that step right here, I want to find the center. Human beings are pretty good at measuring with their eyes, just, eyeballing. For example, when your friend or your sibling cuts a piece of cake in half, you can kind of tell which one's bigger or which one's smaller. But I'm going to use my pencil right here. I've got my pencil lined up on my center line. I got my thumb on the end, and I'm going to come over here and see if that is pretty symmetrical. That's looking pretty good. So I'm going to do that. That's my step one, a horizontal line more or less, and little tick marks to show. Well, I'm going to turn those up just a tidge, and you'll see why at the end. The ends of my mouth. Next step, I'm going to make a low letter U right in the middle. This is going to be the center front of the lip right here, this part. Next, I'm going to flare up and have that meet. And I'm going to take my time, because I want these to be kind of symmetrical, basically. Since our faces are pretty much symmetrical, and I know each video I talk about how we wish they were more symmetrical than they are. I'm going to go for that. That one looks pretty good, although I think that's a wee bit pointier than I want. Again, take your time with it. Okay, above that, I'm going to make the little notch in our lips called the Cupid's bow. It can be a U shape, a V shape, kind of flat. There's all different kinds of lip shapes out there. So this one I'm going to make kind of a V shape. Probably not so geometric. Round it just a little bit. And I'm going to flare out and then down and out and then down and try to make those match. So I'm going to use light, sketchy lines to get this constructed, and then go back in with my eraser, pick and choose which lines I want to keep. That seems straighter than that, doesn't it? I like the curve over here. So I am going to take my time, get that the way I want it. Oddly enough, I think it helps when I stop talking. Okay, I'm sticking with that. So I am right here on step 3. I'm actually going to go in and start erasing that vertical line because it's going to bother me. And I'm going to erase my original horizontal line. Some of that will fade into the shading. Okay, I get to make a decision. How big do I want my bottom lip to be? I make it way down here. That might not be realistic unless I had the mouth open. If I went it way up here, well, maybe if that person was biting their lip and we couldn't see all of it. But I'm just going to make, right about there. There's all different kinds of lips. I like to turn my page while I'm sketching my curved lines so that, because the kinetics, the way our hand moves, is just going to be a smoother curve. If I were making this all filled in with lipstick, I might want to bring that all the way out to the corners. If I'm not going to fill it in with lipstick color, I might stop it a little bit sooner. Okay, I'm going to do some erasing and tidying up of the outline. Get rid of some of my eraser crumbs so I can see it. Take a look through the camera lens and see what I've got. And those are the steps for getting a basic outline started for your lips. No, I'm looking through the camera lens and I see some things I want to change. It's this bit right here. Sometimes when we look through the camera lens, it gives us a little more distance, a little more separation, and we can see things that we want to change a little bit better. Because as we're drawing things, we know what we're trying to draw. So it looks right to us until we see it from a bigger distance or a slightly different point of view. Okay, step one, getting everything outlined.